What do you think someone like Sam Altman goes to sleep worrying about?
Elon Musk, I think that's probably what he falls asleep thinking about.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So
Like,
it really just goes back to the arms race.
yeah. I mean, I don't, the honest answer is I don't know. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah,
Like,
of course. You're not a mind reader. Yeah, yeah. We totally
Altman
get
is
that.
he's still to me a black box, an enigma. I don't feel like I really got into his psychology as a person, even though I spoke to a lot of people that had worked with him for a long time and very closely. But just based on, people have mentioned that he's a very paranoid person. He is a very high strung person. He doesn't appear that way in public. He's very good at concealing it. But for the people that have worked closely with him for a long time, like they realize this over time, that like there's this part in the book where I talk about how OpenAI really securitizes itself under Altman's direction after Musk leaves. So he does a sweep to see if there's any surveillance bugs that Musk might have planted in the office. He starts building higher gates around the building to block people from coming in. He directs a small team to look into internal threats, insider threats, which is, typical for a company. You always have to be assuming that there's external and insider threats. But it was weird at the moment of OpenAI's history because it was still supposedly a nonprofit, but he was already like securitizing it in this way. And it was very driven by this kind of fear of, is Musk gonna be recording us, or is like someone going to leak our secrets? Because at the time, all of the employees were whispering to each other, our secrets can be written on a grain of rice, which they meant the single word scale. And so there was like all of this fear that any moment someone's going to figure out the only thing that we're doing is just scaling existing technologies. And then we could, like, the moment Google realizes this, we could be blown out of the water because Google has way more firepower to scale than we do. And so I think based on that, my extrapolation is that he probably spends his time continuing to think about who are the more powerful actors than him in the world that are potentially going to threaten to unseat him. And one of the few people in the world that is still more powerful than him is Musk.